Good morning, I'm Craig DeGrelli. It's Friday, June 6th, 2025, and these are your Unbiased Updates. Like a title fight, the Trump-Musk meltdown goes public. Social posts, accusations, even threats to pull contracts. This morning, the dust has not settled, and it might only get uglier. Plus, more missiles, more drones, another night of heavy attacks in Ukraine. And President Trump, he's now comparing the war to a playground fight. And another lunar landing, another miss. A Japanese spacecraft disappears on descent, and now Mission Control is left guessing what went wrong. The stories that matter, clear and credible, from across the country to around the world. These are your unbiased updates from Straight Arrow News.
Elon and I had a great relationship. I don't know if we're well anymore. I'm very disappointed in Elon. I've helped Elon a lot.
President Donald Trump dropping those comments just hours before his feud with Elon Musk went from simmering to full-on nuclear. The fight over Trump's big, beautiful bill has turned intensely personal, with Musk taking to X to call the president ungrateful, even accusing him of hiding the Jeffrey Epstein files because he's in them. Elon Musk called for Donald Trump to be impeached. The president fired back on Truth Social, mostly sticking to policy, but claimed Musk went crazy over a plan to scrap Joe Biden's electric vehicle mandate. Then it got really messy. I mean, if you turned off your computer or TV for like 1 hour yesterday, you missed a ton. It was on. Donald Trump suggested terminating Elon Musk's federal subsidies, saying it's the easiest way to save billions of dollars. Musk responded by threatening to immediately decommission the Dragon spacecraft, which NASA relies on to ferry astronauts to the International Space Station. Now, if that goes away, the United States would have to pay Russia up to $90 million per seat on a Soyuz capsule. A few posts later, Musk seemed to walk it back in response to an X-user's post calling on him and the president to cool off and take a step back, even liking a post from Bill Ackerman urging them to, quote, make peace for the good of the country. Musk responding, you're not wrong. Trump's final word for now, quote, I don't mind Elon turning against me, but he should have done so months ago. He called the bill that's now in front of the Senate one of the greatest ever presented to Congress, adding, I didn't create this mess, I'm just here to fix it. Politico is reporting this morning that White House aides will try to play referee today, planning a call with Elon Musk to cool things down and possibly broker a truce. A brutal overnight barrage with Russia hitting Kyiv and 5 other areas in one of its largest strikes of the war. At least 4 people were killed and nearly 24 more hurt in Ukraine's capital, part of a broader operation involving 407 drones and 44 missiles across 6 regions. A Ukrainian Air Force spokesperson said the barrage included ballistic and cruise missiles, plus strike drones and decoys. Ukrainian forces say they shot down up to 200 of those drones and about 30 missiles. This comes as President Trump appears to be losing patience with his role as peacemaker, telling Germany's new Chancellor, Friedrich Merz, this.
Sometimes, and this is me speaking maybe in a negative sense, but sometimes you see 2 young children fighting like crazy. They hate each other and they're fighting in a park. And you try and pull them apart. They don't want to be pulled. Sometimes you're better off letting them fight for a while.
Russia was not just on the offensive, it took a hit as well. Its air defenses shot down 10 Ukrainian drones heading for Moscow, while more drones struck 3 other Russian regions, damaging apartment buildings and factories and injuring at least 3 people. Russia's defense ministry claims it took out 174 Ukrainian drones over 13 regions early this morning, along with 3 Ukrainian Neptune missiles over the Black Sea. The man accused of firebombing a group of peaceful marchers in Boulder, Colorado, is now facing 118 criminal charges, including 28 counts of attempted murder. Mohammed Solomon appeared in court by video on Thursday, where a judge formally laid out the charges tied to last Sunday's Molotov cocktail attack on a Jewish group at an outdoor mall. They were demonstrating for the release of Israeli hostages in Gaza. 15 people got hurt, including a Holocaust survivor and a dog. At least 3 victims are still hospitalized this morning. Prosecutors say Solomon had been planning the attack for a year, specifically targeting the Jewish group after finding them online. He's being held on $10 million bond. Federal hate crime charges are also expected. His next court date is July 15th. A legal setback this morning for President Trump in his high-stakes fight with Harvard University. Late last night, a federal judge temporarily blocked his executive order that would have barred international students from entering the United States to attend the university. It's the same judge, Allison Burroughs, who previously ruled against the administration's attempt to revoke Harvard's visa program. This latest order came just 24 hours after Donald Trump signed a proclamation accusing Harvard of being a national security risk and threatening to revoke visas and federal funding. The judge called the move potentially irreparable for the university and paused enforcement until at least June 16th. Harvard says this is part of a broader campaign of political retaliation. So far, no comment from the White House. Tokyo, we have a problem. For the second time in 2 years, private Japanese company iSpace has lost contact with a lunar lander, this one called Resilience. The spacecraft was supposed to touch down on the moon yesterday, but instead likely crash landed or made what's being called a hard landing. In a statement, iSpace said the lander failed to decelerate enough to safely reach the surface. Scientists watching the live stream saw its altitude drop really fast, then total silence. Flight controllers in Tokyo tried rebooting the onboard computer. No luck there, though. The company says there's no scenario where the landing succeeded. They will analyze the flight data to figure out what went wrong. But for now, iSpace is 0 for 2 on moon landings. They will analyze the flight data to figure out what went wrong. But for now, iSpace is 0 for 2 on moon landings after another hard landing back in 2023. Finally this morning, the Indiana Pacers pulled off another incredible comeback in Game 1 of the NBA Finals. Despite trailing by 15 points at the start of the fourth quarter, the Pacers managed to rally and deliver a huge upset on Thursday night. That 15-point lead was Oklahoma City's largest of the game, but the Pacers called a timeout, then caught fire, scoring and playing defense, and suddenly they were only down by 1 with 48 seconds left in the game. It was Tyrese Halliburton's jump shot with just 1/3 of a second left in the game that gave the Pacers their first win in the NBA Finals since 2000. The final score, 111-110 in a nail-biter. I got to be 100% honest, folks. I missed it. I was so fixated on this Trump-Musk thing that I was paying attention to that and then went to bed. Found out this morning the Pacers won. But I did see the Halliburton jump shot on cable news this morning. I heard the call on ESPN radio, so I feel like, I saw the whole thing. Anyways, Pacers win. Those are your Unbiased Updates for this Friday. We'll see you back here on Monday. For all of us here at Straight Arrow News, I'm Craig DeGrelli. Have a great day.